It's been 2,500 years since Buddha imparted knowledge that we still draw inspiration from today. His teachings encourage peacefulness, ethical living, and keeping a calm mind. Even 2,500 years ago, people struggled with the same issues we do in the 21st century. Today, we're looking at some life lessons and financial lessons in our video, 15 of the most valuable lessons from Buddha, Buddhism. Number 1. Choose your thoughts carefully. It's no secret that words are a powerful weapon. Whether those words are spilling out your lips or giving constant dialogue internally, they yield power. What you think, you become. Your thoughts are so powerful they can shape the outcome of any situation. Only you can change your inner monologue. If you keep telling yourself you're a failure or that you can't do something, that will become your reality. If you can change that rhetoric to tell yourself that you're still trying and you are enough, just watch how things change in your life. Buddha said, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. Number 2. Anger will eventually kill you. Aluxers, we completely understand that letting go of anger is not easy. Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's not gonna happen, is it? So why do we torture ourselves while holding on to anger? If someone hurt you years ago and you're still holding on to that hurt, it's time to let it go. If you're struggling to do that, then seek professional help. We assure you the person that made you so angry is living their life with no thoughts about you, so don't give them any more of your energy. And Aluxers, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We really value moving onwards and upwards, as you'll see firsthand in our content, curated especially for you. Number 3. Starting small is enough. A jug fills drop by drop is often attributed to Buddha, but it's not quite accurate. Here's the full teaching. Drop by drop the water pot is filled. Likewise, the wise man gathering it little by little fills himself with good. It has the same meaning as metaphors like eating an elephant one bite at a time, baby steps, or not building Rome in a day. Basically, little by little, we find success. It could be personal, financial, emotional, physical, or mental. Success comes to those that are patient. So be patient, Aluxers. As long as you're not standing still, you will get to where you're meant to be. Number 4. Look after your body. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. How often when we're feeling like rubbish do we resort to eating junk food, drinking too much alcohol, or deprive our body of exercise or sleep? Too often, am I right, Aluxers? Now, when we neglect the home of our heart and mind, we can't function properly or in unity with our environment. Looking after the body is essential because without a healthy body, we can't expect our heart and mind to be healthy either. Number 5. Actions count more than words. Aluxers, we all know certain people that go to church every Sunday, read the Bible, and are supposedly religious, yet their actions are not at all in sync with what they propose to be. Buddha said, however many holy words you read, however many you speak, what good will they do you if you do not act upon them? Talk is really cheap, but talk followed by action is not. Always be cognizant of what people say and what they do, because what they do speaks far louder about who they really are compared to what they say. Number 6. Be thankful and show gratitude. Is your glass half full or half empty? Do you even have a glass? How you perceive each situation will define how the situation pans out. Considering that you're watching a YouTube video right now, that means you've got data, some form of electronic device, and 15 minutes of you time. That's a pretty sweet place to be, isn't it? So, it might be that you've had a rough start to the day, your car didn't start, or you spilled coffee down your clean work sweater. You're here now, and you've got a lot to be grateful for. Happiness will never come to those who fail to appreciate what they already have. Number 7. Forgive yourself and others. When we forgive others, who do we ultimately free? Ourselves, Aluxers, and that's part of the teachings of Buddha. Forgiveness ends suffering, it restores dignity, and provides a fresh start with lessons learned. Remembering a wrong is like carrying a burden on the mind. While this quote is often attributed to Buddha, they're not exactly his words. However, in Dhammapada, he does say, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love." If we harbor resentment, anger, or hurt, we will never heal for our own sake, and only by loving those that have hurt us or loving ourselves enough to move on can we heal wholly. Number 8. Live in the present. Be where you are, otherwise you'll miss your life. It's simple, yet it holds all the power. Aluxers, we're so often focused elsewhere that we miss out on the glorious life that we have right in front of us. We sit at a dinner table with friends or family, and we place our phone on the table, just in case someone messages us. We have a conversation with someone, but our mobile phone is in our hand, and we glance down to see who wants our attention. We make love to our partner, but our mind is thinking about the dishes that need washing or the laundry that needs folding. When we do that, we're giving our best to nobody, not even ourselves. Number 9. Money isn't the problem. It's our relationship to money that troubles us. Legend says if we rub the tummy of a laughing Buddha, we'll get lucky and gain wealth. And while Buddha doesn't have a quote about money per se, much of his teachings speak about giving. He said, "You only lose what you cling to." So it's easy to take guidance and apply it to any area of your life. From a financial perspective, having wealth is not a sin or something to abandon entirely for enlightenment, but share the wealth with those less fortunate. Bring joy, make a difference, do good, show gratitude, and abundance will follow. The Buddhist belief is that of intentional action, so act with intent and graciousness, and not from greed or personal gain. And Aluxers, if you'd like some interesting information about other gods that promise wealth and fortune, be sure to watch our video, 10 Gods of Money and Fortune You Should Know About. Number 10. The Buddhist Perspective on Wealth. Aluxers, to briefly summarize, part of the Buddhist journey is as follows. To avoid suffering through ignorance, people are encouraged to be mindful, calm, non-violent, and gain a different perspective. We can take heed of the values instilled in the Noble Eightfold Path, which are right view, right resolve, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditation. And by right view, it doesn't mean a right or wrong perspective, but rather a chance to investigate all views before affirming the one that works well for you and others. It's this set of values that bring the foundation of making great financial decisions that not only benefit yourself, but those around you as well. Number 11. Get the right mindset. We spoke earlier about how your thoughts can dictate your outcome, and the same applies for your financial situation. Start working on your thinking patterns and start thinking your way out of your current financial situation. Obtaining the right mindset of, "I can do this," is half the battle won. Now it's time to put those words into action. Take your first step. What do you want to achieve? If it's a simple savings plan to begin with, take your documentation and go to the nearest bank and open up a savings account. And if you'd like to invest your savings into Bitcoin, sign up for our Bitcoin Essentials course now by going to Alux.com/Bitcoin. The crux is that no one can make changes or steps for you. Only you can do that. But do it with a grateful heart and the intent to pass on good fortune, and you'll have a solid foundation in making great financial decisions. Number 12. The ripple effect of everything. You know how a day can progress if something goes wrong in the morning? It can cause an entire day to be shitty. In Buddhism, the interconnectedness of things is important. Anything you do now will have an effect somewhere else. If all your actions are done with empathy, compassion, and good grounding, then the consequences are more likely to be positive, and vice versa. The same process applies to your financial decisions. Every financial decision you make will have a ripple effect, so make decisions that are good for the soul. Number 13. Practice detachment. Aluxers, practicing detachment is not just about letting go of material things, but it's about letting go of the preconceived idea you had or have about a situation. Most of our disappointments are when we expected something that didn't materialize, but it doesn't mean that situation is imperfect, it's just a different reality. When it comes to your finances, you naturally have a certain idea in mind that you're aiming for, but when the path there is slightly more winding than you anticipated, that's okay. As we said, your thoughts become reality, but on that journey there will be speed bumps, stop signs, right-of-way signals, the occasional power outage, you get the point. By practicing detachment, you have clarity of mind, and it's much easier for you to accept change, and change is inevitable. Number 14. Share wealth and knowledge. There's this beautiful quote by Buddha which says, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle. Happiness never decreases by being shared." The same applies to wealth. If you're not able to physically give wealth, then share knowledge. Take someone under your wing and become their mentor. Give your time to an organization and share your skills. Knowledge is an incredible wealth after all, and you could be inspiring the next Naval Ravikant. As quoted on Buddha Sasana, Buddhism is a religion that considers wisdom, rather than faith, to be the single most important virtue. Number 15. Accept responsibility for your outcome. We can play the blame game all we want to, but ultimately it's our responsibility to take action in our own lives. Buddha says, "By oneself is evil done. By oneself is one defiled. By oneself is evil left undone. By oneself is one made pure." Purity and impurity depend on oneself. No one can purify another. And that, Aluxers, only you can do. Nobody can take responsibility for your life but you. And with that, what lesson did you find the most valuable on our list today, and how will you use it in your own life? We'd love to hear your feedback on this. Sharing in the community really helps to add value. Now, since you stuck with us until the end, we do, of course, have a bonus saved. Wise words from Buddha are, 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. If we always speak the truth, we never have to try hard to remember it. Telling a lie is hard work because you need to remember what you said and to whom, and ultimately it always comes out. That's the thing with the truth. It's never hidden for very long. Now, Aluxers, we'll leave you with one last beautiful lesson and quote. If anything is worth doing, do it with all of your heart. Thanks for joining us today, Aluxers. We hope you valued this video. Thanks too for the likes and for subscribing. We appreciate you so much.